wilderness. But something isn't right. What secrets does the Cottage of Laila hold, and will they survive to tell the tale? Let's begin, but be prepared. This story may haunt you long after it ends. 4 friends, eager for a winter escape, decided to venture into the mountains. As night fell, they realized their plans were quickly unraveling. All the hotels and guest houses were fully booked. The wind whipped around them, growing colder by the minute, and darkness crept over the landscape. They needed shelter, fast. After a desperate search, they found a small, charming cottage hidden at the forest's edge. It looked out of place, too perfect, too inviting. The faint glow of lights flickered from within, and the smell of home-cooked food drifted through the air. They knocked cautiously, and moments later, the door creaked open to reveal an elderly woman with a warm, inviting smile.
Come in, dears.
She welcomed them.
You must be freezing.
They hesitated, but were too cold to care. Inside, the cottage was cozy, almost too cozy, and the woman, Laila, served them hot food. Everything seemed strangely perfect. But soon, exhaustion overtook them, and they each retired to their rooms. In the middle of the night, Ethan was jolted awake by a loud thump outside his door. His heart raced, but he brushed it off as the wind. He turned to his side, only to find Jake's bed empty. His friend was gone. The room felt colder, the shadows longer. Ethan grabbed his torch, the beam trembling as he stepped into the hallway. The house was eerily quiet, save for the sound of his breath echoing in the dark. As he reached the bottom of a set of stairs, another loud bang shattered the silence. He whipped around, shining his torch, but saw nothing. Just the empty hallway stretching back to the darkness. Ethan continued down, the air growing heavy and foul. He reached the door and hesitated, every instinct telling him to turn back. But he pushed it open, and the stench hit him, rotten and metallic. He shined his torch inside and immediately recoiled. The door behind him shut with a deafening crash, causing him to drop his torch. In the flickering light, he saw blood smeared on the walls, and his friend Jake, limp and lifeless, sprawled on the cold, damp floor. A figure loomed in the corner, and with a sudden rush, it charged toward him, eyes glowing with a malevolent fire. Ethan stumbled backward, scrambling to his feet and bursting out of the room. He raced up the stairs, his breath ragged, every shadow seeming to lunge at him. He threw open the door to his friends' rooms, but they were empty. Beds were overturned, blankets stained dark with fresh blood. He spun around, and there she was, the old woman, standing at the end of the hallway, her eyes black as night. She moved closer, her face contorting, revealing her true form, a twisted, monstrous witch. Ethan's vision blurred as he sprinted out of the cottage, the walls seeming to close in on him. He barely made it outside, stumbling into the snow, his mind a blur of terror and disbelief. He finally reached a nearby village, breathlessly recounting his tale to the locals. But they only shook their heads in horror.
You were lucky to escape.
An elderly man warned.
That cottage belongs to Laila, the witch. She lures travelers, sacrifices them, and feeds on their souls. Your friends, they're gone.
Ethan survived, but the memory of those horrifying moments would haunt him forever. And somewhere in that cursed cottage, Laila waits, still hungry for her next victim. Please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for more scary stories.